95% of people are sleepwalking toward a future they'll hate, and right now you're holding the one switch that can change it all if you dare to flip it. That switch? It's not your job, your bank account, or even your relationships. It's a single choice hiding in your daily routine. I'm not talking about motivation hacks or grinding 20 hours a day. This is about a decision so quiet most people miss it completely until 5 years slip by and they wonder where everything went wrong. Welcome to the most expensive 6 minutes of your life. You've probably felt stuck before. Maybe you wake up, scroll through Instagram, and see everyone else's perfect lives while yours feels like the same day on repeat. You tell yourself, I'll change tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes next month, then next year. And before you know it, 5 years have passed, and nothing's really changed. You're older, maybe more tired, but not much closer to the life you actually want. And here's the scary part. Harvard research shows 85% of people feel they're drifting without real direction. Why does this happen? Because we're wired to avoid hard choices. Our brains cling to comfort like a security blanket, even when that blanket's suffocating us. Comfort feels safe, it feels familiar, but it's also the reason people stay in jobs they hate, relationships that don't serve them, and habits that eat away at their potential. And it's not just about laziness, it's survival wiring. Your brain doesn't want growth, it wants predictability. But predictability, if you're not careful, can quietly turn into regret. Here's the twist, though. Your entire future doesn't hinge on having the perfect plan, the right timing, or even a mountain of discipline. It hinges on what I call the identity decision. It's not about what you do, it's about who you believe you are. Think about it. If you see yourself as someone who hates mornings, you'll never build a consistent 5 a.m. workout habit. If you believe I'm bad with money, you'll find ways to burn through every paycheck no matter how much you earn. There's science behind this. Stanford ran a fascinating study with two groups who tried to stick to a healthy eating challenge. Group 1 focused on actions, things like eat more vegetables every day. Group 2 focused on identity. They told themselves, I am a healthy person. The result? The identity group stuck with it 300% better. Why? Because when your choices align with your self-image, you don't need to argue with yourself. You don't need willpower, you just do. And that's the secret nobody talks about. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. Goals live in the future, but identity controls your present, and your present, repeated day after day, builds your future. So here's your lightning strike moment. You must choose one identity to embody for the next 5 years. Not a goal, not a habit, a core identity. For example, not, I want to save money. I am an investor. Not, I'll start a side hustle. I am a creator. Not, I want to get in shape. I am an athlete. This isn't fluffy affirmation stuff. This is neuroscience. When you declare an identity, your brain literally rewires itself to seek proof. It's called confirmation bias. Your mind starts scanning the world for evidence that matches your belief. Suddenly, you notice opportunities, resources, even mentors that line up with that identity. It's like flipping on a radar for success that was hidden inside you the whole time. Let me give you a real example. A guy I coached a while back kept saying, I'm just an employee. I'll never be cut out for business. That belief ran his life. He stayed in the same job for years, underpaid, unfulfilled, and frustrated. One day we flipped it. He decided, I am an entrepreneur. That was it. Not, I want to be or I'll try to be, just I am. Within 18 months, he launched 3 profitable businesses. Same person, same skills. The only difference was his identity. His environment didn't change. His belief about himself did. Here's why this works. Your identity acts like the script of your life. Every decision you make is filtered through it. If you believe I'm a runner, lacing up your shoes feels natural. If you believe I'm a writer, opening your laptop to write doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like showing up as yourself. Identity makes discipline automatic. And here's where it gets even more powerful. When you pick the right identity, excuses start to crumble. Think about it. An athlete doesn't say, I don't have time to work out. An investor doesn't say, I'll just blow this paycheck. A creator doesn't say, I'll start tomorrow. Those excuses don't match the identity, so they don't stick. So here's what I want you to do. Forget the 10-step plans, the long-to-do lists, the someday I'll goals. Instead, pick one identity right now. Just one. Decide who you're going to be 5 years from now and start living that identity today, even in the smallest ways. Write it down, say it out loud, make it your filter for every choice you make. Because your next 5 years aren't going to be shaped by some grand master plan. They're built one identity-driven decision at a time. That's the bulldozer that clears out every excuse. That's the switch that 95% of people never flip. But you can. So the question isn't, what do I want to do? The question is, who do I want to become? Answer that, and your actions will fall into place.